Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have another tutorial for you guys, and this is the second tutorial that I was debating on whether or not to film when I had posted that Instagram post that I mentioned in my last video. I was kind of caught in between these two different looks, and this was the second look that didn't win, or I guess that I decided not to film first, but here it is. It's a super simple smoky eye. It's literally only using 3 eyeshadows, and I think it's pretty much like a quick good way to go if you want to rock a smoky eye but you don't have so much time to put a whole lot of detail into it or a whole lot of work into it. So I wore this out when I had to just go run some errands and stuff, and I wanted to look glammed up, but I didn't want to take like 2 hours or something crazy to do my makeup, so I decided to just layer it on. Smoky eyes are really simple, like if you just think of a classic smoky eye, and I think they just get more complicated the more you want to add detail to it and stuff. I've been having an off day, to be honest with you. I'm like not feeling it right now. I am like trying to do my financing homework, and I'm trying to get this video done. You ever have those days where you just feel like, I don't know, like you just don't want to do anything because everything just feels so overwhelming? That's what I'm experiencing right now. But anyway, so if I seem a little off in this video or something, that's why. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you do, let me know down below. Also, let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. So to start off this look, I'm first going to be priming my eyes using the Benefit Air Patrol Eye Primer. I am just going to be patting this all over my entire eyelid space using my ring finger, or the pad of any finger really. I'm then taking any setting powder and just pressing that all over my entire eyelid just to set that primer. The first shadow we're going to be using is Punk from the Gwen Stefani Urban Decay palette. This is a matte maroon shade. You guys have seen me use it quite a number of times already. This is going to be the darkest and base color for our smoky eye. I'm going to be applying this all on the bottom half up into the very bottom of our crease on our eyelid. And I'm applying this, you can use a flat shader brush for this, you can use a flat regular eyeshadow brush for this. I am using a Luxie angled blending brush. Why? I really don't know. I had picked it up one day and just used it like on its side to pack on color onto my lid, and it worked really well, so that's what we're using. We're then going to be going in with the color Zone on a fluffy blending brush, and I'm just taking this all into the crease, meeting where we had ended Punk. It's going to seem really choppy at first, I'm not going to lie, especially since we're working with all matte shadows. It can be really intimidating, but trust me when I say that if you layer on your colors properly, they will look just as blended as if you took all day blending them out. So we're just going to be using this in back and forth motions and then in circular motions to really kind of push those two colors together. We are then going to be going in with the color Anaheim, and on that same blending brush we're going to be just going over right on top of that area where we had placed Zone, and you're going to start to see the color kind of gradually go up and up when you start to do those circular motions. It's okay, don't freak out if you feel like it's getting like too blown out or too smoky. I'll show you how to kind of bring it back down within the next step. So by the way, that means we're using 4 shadows, not 3. See, I told you I was having like an off day. So we're going to go in with Stark, and on a clean blending brush, we're going to be taking this and just running this right along the top side of our, like the last color we had placed on our eyelid, and just kind of running this over all of like where all the colors meet together, all in the crease. This is going to help push everything together, but since the color is such a neutral color, it's going to help just kind of bring down that color a little bit more of Anaheim, so it doesn't look so smoky. I'm then picking up that original blending brush and taking just a little bit more Punk and just refreshing up the eyelid space where the crease starts to begin. Then I'm taking the Frankie Rose Our Little Secret Concealer and just running this right along my bottom lashes, and then taking a fluffy brush to just blend this out. We are going to complete the eyes completely first and then moving on to the face. I'm then going to be setting this concealer with the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder and letting this bake for a little bit. For lashes, we're using Coco Lashes in Queen Bee. While the glue is drying, I'm going to dust off any excess powder, and then starting to complete the bottom lash line, I am taking the NARS Rue Bonoparte Larger Than Life Eye Pencil. This is my favorite nude eyeliner, and we're using this just to blank out any redness within our waterline. This nude shade will also help us appear more awake and more fresh. I'm then going to be taking a flat detail brush and picking up a little bit more of punk and pressing this right up against our bottom lash line and just wiggling it back and forth to really press on the powder on there, eyeshadow on there. I'm then taking a clean pencil brush and just buffing out punk, making sure all the edges are smooth, and then getting all of the shades we use in our crease from darkest to lightest and layering them on right on top of each other. I'm then going to be coating my upper lashes in some mascara before applying our falsies, and of course you can't forget those bottom lashes as well. Then once our false lashes are done, we can move right onto the face. I'm going to be priming with the Nivea Men Aftershave Balm and just smoothing this all over until it gets tacky. Then for foundation, we're using the Marc Jacobs Remarkable foundation. I am in the shade Light, I believe. I'm first dotting this all over my face and then blending it out with a damp beauty blender. I had said in my Instagram post that this was the first time I had used it with a beauty blender, so now this is my second time, just showing you guys how well it all blended out. I was so in love. I'm then concealing any extra redness I have around my nose with the Frankie Rose concealer once again and just blending that out. I'm then going to be taking the Anastasia Fair Cream Contour Kit and taking this first shade of the highlight shades, and on the butt of my beauty blender, I know you guys like when I say butt, but that's what I like to call it, I am pressing this all into the very inner parts of my cheek, up towards my cheekbones. I'm also going to be taking this shade and pressing it down the bridge of my nose and center of my forehead. Then I am taking the middle contour shade and just pressing this up against my hairline and then beginning to gradually fade it downward into our highlight so we don't have such a harsh line. You obviously don't want any of that. I'm then going to be taking the first contour shade and placing it on my jawline, and then taking the last contour shade, which I don't know why, but that's the only like name I seem to remember. That one is called Mink, and just pressing this up against into the hollows of our cheek. And don't worry, you're going to make sure you want to blend this out. Don't leave it all choppy like how you just saw right now. I'm then taking a small fluffy brush and just pressing a little bit more of that middle contour shade along my natural lip line and a little bit down the bridge of my, center of my cupid's bow, and then I'm taking a little bit onto the sides of my nose and tapering and fading it off downward off the sides. I'm then going to be getting a little bit more of that, a lot more of the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder and baking anywhere where we had highlighted while we do our brows. Once our brows are done, I am then going to dust off any of the excess powder, and then I'll be setting every highlight zone with this shade from the NYX Highlight and Contour palette. This shade is called Cream. It has a nice yellow tint to it. It is one of my absolute favorite setting powders. I'm then taking the Benefit Hoola bronzer on a large powder brush and just pushing this up onto my entire cheek area along my hairline. Oh, I feel like I have to burp. Sorry guys, I'm like pausing in weird spots. I'm also going to take this across the tip of my nose and tip of my chin and also around my mouth area. I'm then going to be taking a little bit of the Sculpt shade from the contour kit and just pressing this up into my hollows of my cheek, defining it a little bit more with a Sephora 56 brush. I'm then going to be resharpening up my nose contour. You guys know the drill, of course, on both sides. And then I'm taking Benefit's What's Up cream highlighter on the pad of my finger and pressing this into the tops of my cheekbones. I'm then going to be layering on top of that the Becca highlight in Champagne Pop. I can't believe I said that wrong. Can we all just take a moment to be thankful that it is now a permanent item? Yes, they totally answered our prayers. I just knew that was gonna happen. It was too good of a highlight shade to not make it permanent. Then I'm going to be taking Milani's Luminoso Baked Blush and pressing this from the apples of my cheek back towards my hairline. For the lip color, I am using the NYX Lip Lingerie in Ruffle trim. Seriously guys, this NYX Lip Lingerie formula has become one of my favorite liquid lipstick formulas. I kid you not. It is so comfortable. It beats out the ColourPop formula, not by price, but by comfort level. It beats out the Anastasia one by comfort level, even the NYX Liquid Lip Suedes. I don't know what they did to this formula, but it is so moisturizing compared to all the other matte liquid lipsticks I've tried. Plus, this color is to die for. Then I'm just setting everything with my Maybelline setting spray, and this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next one.